So let's start and build one chatbot so that user can enter like the prompt and then click on some button and then automatically browser will open and the entire automation will happen from the UI itself. So that our UI interface will automatically come, right? So that is our important implementation that we are going to do. Okay, in the last module, what we have seen, like we able to do the browser use, right? We did the browser use with our prompt, like in the prompt, but and all those tasks and everything was there in this particular Python class. Okay, but now what we are going to do, you'll create one more Python file, and then here we'll start writing few codes so that from user interface we can user can give the prompt. Okay, so here we need few uh, uh, libraries. Okay, I will first do it and then I will tell you. So what is this asynco is for handling the asynchronous task, like controlling the browser, because we are going to use this async, right? If we look into this one, like this is our async function, test AI automation, where we all going to call agent. That's why we need the import async. And then ways we are going to call like environment file, and we are going to use ways that we are going to see, right? Okay, so that's the thing. And then Streamlit is like chatbot user interface that we are going to use, and .env and load env to load our all the environment variable. Okay, so this is one. And then here we are going to use this. Yeah. So ChatGPT, like Copilot is giving me correct one. So this is to add the root of the local project, the parent of the current file to the Python path, so it can import local modules like browser use. Now we need few more which is related to our browser use. So from browser use, we are going to import agent. Okay, so we'll import agent, that is a code automation logic, and we are going to use browser. Okay, and then we are going to use controller. Now let's load .env. This one will load the env file, right? And then we'll see if os.name is empty. Okay, so if it is empty, then we are going to use Windows protector. So this is required for because Streamlit does not come with does not support asynchronous function by default. Okay, so we need to do event loop policy. Okay, async by event loop policy, and then so that Streamlit, if you look at the Streamlit, it has all the context and it also behaves in a different way. So to have like button click and to call asynchronous functions, we need this particular event loop policy. Okay, so that's the thing. Now we'll create get LLM function. Over here, our provider that we are going to pass, because we are going to see like multiple, if multiple providers are there, so we'll implement the providers accordingly. Okay, so suppose we some user is giving a provider related to Anthropic, so we are going to use that one. So if so what is this particular code is doing? This one is, if it is Anthropic, then we will load Anthropic LangChain libraries and then get the Anthropic API key from the env file. And the API key is not set, then we'll say that in the Streamlit, that error Anthropic is not set, please provide the valid API key. And then we'll stop. Then we are going to use chat return Anthropic with the model name and then timeout and the temperature. Similar way, if we going to do the same thing for our Google. Okay, let's do it for Google. So if it is Google, so we are going to use LangChain Google GenAI, and over here we are going to use chat Google Generative AI. Okay, and here API key. Okay. So now this is Gemini API key. What little LLM, right? Okay. And if else nothing is there, let's put LE, right? So that make more sense. Okay. If nothing is there, we'll say error. Well, please select a valid LLM provider. Okay. And then here going to stop that one. Okay. So this is the one, and we need now all the other stuff to initialize the agent. So let's call initialize agent. Okay. So here we are going to do few things. One is the provider that we are going to call, and then another one is the query. So we're going to use query, that is will also come string, and then we will get the LLM using the provider, right? And then we need few more stuff over here, that is XLX that stuff, and then controller as a got to controller this one. Let's put this one as small, and then we are going to use a browser config browser, and then on-site browser config. Okay, and this would come in the config browser config. So this is the configuration of the browser. So if you go here, we'll see what are the different configuration is possible. Over here we can disable the security, we can extra chromium, like the chromium argument, extra arguments to pass to the browser. So we can do other kind of stuff like CDP, like okay, Selenium 4 dot like Chromium Dev tool, right? That protocol we can do also. Chromium Chrome instance path also we can do. Okay, if you want to put some instance path or like that. So that is the browser config over here, and then we are going to return agent. This is the main thing that going to play the main role, and the task is our query. Okay. So this is our task, and then LLM is LLM, right? And then controller is the controller. Okay. Let's see what is the controller. So this is the one. Where is the controller? So if you go here, we'll see this is the controller. So over here, register all default browser action output model, create a new model that extends output model and success parameter. Complete task with return text and task is finished. So you can control defined flow also over here, right? Basic navigation actions, those kind of stuff. Okay. So search Google and all the stuff over here you can do. Okay. So this controller is there, and then we have use vision. True. So that it will launch, right? The browser will launch, that we have seen in our last one. So let's put action step over here. So we can put over here one. Okay. Let's complete this agent, and we are going to return over here to another thing. This is browser. So we'll return two step from here. Two thing. One is agent, another one is browser. So browser is the browser config. This is the default one, and this is the agent with query and then LLM. So the query will pass from here, and then provider LLM will pass get LLM function over here. If we are going to use Gemini, so it will return the particular LLM, right? So that's the initial agent. Now we are going to call and do the Streamlit stuff. So this is our Streamlit UI. And then ht title, let's complete this comment stuff over here. So this is the code. So let's go to basic stuff. Streamlit title, automate browser agent with LLM. You can change any name, anything. And also one text input where user can give certain input over here. I just give a we can give something over here. Go to Reddit and search. You can go to Amazon .com and search for laptop. Okay, that is also fine. Provider radio button will come, and then we'll have like one button, run agent button, which will initializing the agent. That particular things will display, and then this will initialize the agent. Agent will initialize. Agent will return with a query, and then provider. This two is coming from Streamlit, and then it will return agent and browser. So that will go in our agent.run, right? And then once it is complete, then task will complete. And then this is going to call asyncio run and then run agent. Okay. So this is the one. Let's run it. See, this is the one that got launched. Okay. So Google, and over here we are going to use go to Amazon.com and search for laptop. Click on first laptop and to cut the laptop. Fetch the price of the laptop. Okay, let's run the again. Let's see. So browser launch over here, Amazon.com. And laptop search started. And it is going to click on the laptop, right? So let's go and see. I clicked on the laptop, and now it is supposed to click on the add to cart. Let's see. Yeah, it highlighted add to cart. Now add to cart also clicked on it. So it added to cart that laptop. Now it will automatically close the browser. Okay. The agent will automatically close the browser because that is in the Lambda function. Okay. So let's see. It will close. This is closed and then task completed. Okay. So now if we go and then see our code now over here, so we can see async run browser close, right? Lambda. This is the one that I said. Like now, whether it able to fetch that price or not, the price is also fetched, right? So now we are not showing this one in the Streamlit, but we can definitely display that one in our display also, right? Like task success, we can display and fetch the values from the result and then also display, or we can also validate that particular thing is coming or not, okay, from the Excel file, like the way you do the framework. So this is the one. I hope you understood and enjoyed this Streamlit and browser use agent also. Thank you.